Divided up into episodes. I started tagging them on as chapters, so I'm fucking stuck. I'm stuck with that, so give me a second while I set up the YouTube and put that damn thumbnail on there. I probably should do better at planning these things by actually making actual, upcoming things, but I don't think it would really matter too much. I think you'd have to actually have some sort of audience or market to do that. But I can tell you this, I am going to. I mean, I've already got copyright claims flying out of my ass, so copyright claims in the YouTube world aren't bad. It just means that some dumb fucking company decides you can't use their music that came in the game, which is not terrible. I mean, I guess everybody is entitled to some sort of compensation if you work in the industry. So what I'm going to do is set this up on YouTube. Use my custom thumbnail, hopefully to bait in a few extra viewers. Let's go back and upload the thumbnail. Since I had designed, it took me like 5 minutes to design this thumbnail. I mean, thumbnails aren't too hard. I think it's just I feel kind of corny doing them, but I'm not bad at it. I actually can do decent thumbnails. It puts most channels to shame. Actually, I'm lying, it doesn't. But anyway. Okay, so we get that set up. The thumbnail should work accordingly. I will continue game.
Previously on Alan Wake, I wrote a horror story that has come true. Thomas Zane did the same in the 70s.
You will go no further.
If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane.
Turn on my surround sound.
You're the lady of the light in the song.
He left something behind to help me. The clicker.
Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish this.
Episode 6. The Butcher. New York City 2 years ago. It just kind of makes me sad because I really wish we could have gotten another Max Payne. Not that shit that fucking Rockstar tried to tell us was a Max Payne game, which I thought, nothing against McCaffrey, who actually played the role this time along with the voice.
My head was about to explode.
But I feel like we should have gotten a true Max Payne sequel that was handled by the actual company. I think the reason why the new one didn't work out so well, because before the game came out, they were touting it like, oh yes, we wrote it. It was very Raymond Chandler-esque. And I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, anybody who knows Max Payne or knows the writing style is not Chandler. It's more like Spillane. Spillane used to write more gritty noir stories. Like I said, if you've never read Spillane, I recommend picking up
The sunglasses made the world
I, the Jury. You can pick up some of this newer stuff like Black Alley that he did with Max Allan Collins. But like I can tell you, when you read a Spillane Mike Hammer like noir novel, you are in for a fucking trip because people get shot like fucking crazy. Like I'm talking, if you're a kid and this was probably what kids probably were reading back then, like pulp type stuff. But
pills worked fast.
Mike Hammer's books, somebody gets shot, people get their faces blown off, they get murdered. I think they made a few adaptations of it in the 50s with like I want to say, trying to think of the actor's name. Darren McGavin, I think, was in one of them.
For me on the machine.
Maybe. And Darren McGavin, if most people don't remember who he is the father in A Christmas Story. He also played Kolchak, if you're familiar with Kolchak the Night Stalker. Oh wait, let me bust out my chat. Just in case.
I'm saying this as your friend. She's not doing your career any favors by trying to run your life like that, okay? I'll talk to you later, Al. Watch the show.
Watch the show. Fuck you, Barry. Let me open up my chat, Barry. You can't understand what goes on in the real world. The struggle is real. Okay. There goes. The chat's up now. If anybody even decides to drop anything, you know, it'd be nice because I like reading some
The show was supposed to be waiting for me on
content.
TiVo.
Okay, this is where we get the Easter egg. The Sam Lake Easter egg, which everybody will recognize Sam Lake. I know that for a fact. Yeah, Sam Lake is the guy on the left, I think. And Sam Lake is a head writer at Remedy Games. He also played the original Max Payne in a lot of the graphic novels, and he was the base model. Because I remember reading about this, is that when the game was first being released, they didn't have the budget for. I think they couldn't get cutscenes, or they couldn't do a lot of cutscenes, and they didn't have budget. So a lot of the actors you'll see in the original Max Payne are friends and family that worked at the studio or knew somebody at the studio. Which I think Nicole Horn, the actor who played that, is Max Payne. What is it? Sam Lake's mother or aunt?
But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot of outrage about this. Why the hell did you kill Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
Good riddance. No, seriously though. 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over the years. And now that you mention it, Casey was a gloomy guy. Never had much luck with his love life with the ladies. Was that autobiographical in any way?
Yeah, no kidding. Casey's lady friends tended to die on him. With Casey, it was all about his pain. No, nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Well, congratulations. That's great to hear. So, how's the publicity tour been treating you?
Good, great. But I gotta say, I'm glad to be back home in New York.
Hey, you've certainly been on the news a lot lately. Lots of parties and, you got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh, man. Well, that guy was really in my face. I lost my temper. I know that wasn't cool.
You are famous for that temper.
Well, I did also write several books.
Well, your latest novel is called The Sudden Stop, and it's in bookstores now. Go get it. That means the two of you out there who haven't bought it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. I want to thank all our guests.
Here's Sam Lake.
Alan Wake, Sam Lake. Once more, do the face for
Do the
Sam.
face.
And our musical guests, Poets of the Fall. Thank you. And
At least I'd been funny. I told myself I could live with that.
You watch the show?
I didn't say anything stupid if that's what you want to know.
Earth's really grumpy. You want an aspirin or something?
Are you gonna start with me about drinking now?
You know what?
I should have followed her advice. But suddenly I was angry. Mostly at myself.
Alan, you son of a bitch.
What? Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence. Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal and you can start writing again.
I'm sorry, honey.
You can start writing again, you son of a
You're not thinking
bitch.
straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
Okay, let's see if the fucking screen looks like.
You're right, honey.
By that I
I'm
mean make
sorry.
sure it's actually
Once this is
functioning
over, let's go away
properly.
together. A vacation. Just
One of
you
the
and me.
downsides
Just
of
a
not
peace and
having
quiet.
dual monitors. Doesn't look bad though. I mean, I'm kind of surprised the quality changed. Okay.
Somehow.
Just because the
clicker
one
the
thing I was
key to the
struggling with
cabin.
for a while was
I
trying to
had
get
return
the
to
stream
Colin
to
Wake
not
save
look
Alice.
like potato quality. Which happens a lot. Potato quality is my
I'm
middle
going
name.
back to the lake to finish this. I'm going to write an ending to the story in the manuscript on my own terms, to make it all right.
Why can't you just write it here?
The last page is still in the typewriter. I need to read it first. Everything needs to be just right.
Zane tried to cut some corners, and it didn't end well.
Okay, ready when you are.
Don't worry, I
sorry,
cut corners
sir,
too.
I need to do this alone. Barry, take her gun. Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
Okay. I should probably type in a chat. You know, I just feel like if I type in a chat is something I can at least prompt. Just because I like conversation, you know. I like people that sort of talk about stuff they like, you know, what do they like about the game, shit like that, you know. Because that stuff's interesting to me, because it gives me something to talk about.
When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
Where's those fucking singers? Don't we get any vocalization here? You really gonna put me on the spot like that, are you? I should probably click on My Other Good Friends
Alone.
Page here.
In daylight, surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape. It was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time.
Of course, I need to get better cuts. I think what I need to just start pulling my videos
a delusion.
and
I had enough
fucking
imagination
editing
to make
them.
up something like this. Having been in the cabin all this time, trapped in a story inside my head, gone mad from grief over Alice's death like Hartman.
Get to Cauldron Lake.
There would be no way of knowing.
It's
I told
the
myself
law.
It didn't really matter. My course was set.
Driving around in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel. Oh wait, she's not, because she's in the fucking lake. Ow! Ow! Maybe we'd get to the lake if we weren't slacking off. All because I love you, honey. Oh! Oh! Driving around an automobile. Is there any collectibles over here? No. It's a never-ending story. No, don't fucking adjust the camera angle, you schmooze. Isn't there like a horn? No? I was hoping I could just randomly honk my horn like, Just because everybody knows they're guilty, but when they're playing a game that has a horn, you'll usually honk out, you know, shaving a haircut or something. Shaving a haircut, 2 bits. Thermos. Fucking lone thermos. I didn't even know it was there, but, you know, most games, at least they didn't make these too hard to find. Or locate. Driving around in my automobile. Whoops. Fucking almost hit that wall. Well, this car drives like fucking bananas. Oh. Shoelace Express. Welcome to hell.
The darkness had touched me. There was a link between us. Always would be. I could feel
Oh,
its
the
presence
darkness
again.
touched you, did it? Darkness touched him, ladies and gents.
I will kill your wife.
Oh. Key controls were not designed for 2 hands. So we got a few flares, flashbangs, the usual hullabaloo. Hey, birds, what's going on? The dark presence
The dark
wants to
presence was
stop
no longer
Wake.
trying to capture the writer so he could create the ending he wanted. The writer knew too much. He was too strong. And he carried a weapon left behind by Thomas Zane. Something that could hurt it. Now,
Bust out the old
darkness was
fan.
doing everything in its
Provide
power
my
to
PC
simply
with an
stop the
extra
writer from
air
ever reaching
power.
Cauldron Lake and the dark place it came from.
I don't know, that's why I gotta fucking walk. Oh, here we go, car. I don't know who the fuck's cars these are, but, What's so that ends in 14 minutes. Wish I could afford that auction, but $1,000 for a Switchblade prop is kind of too expensive. At least for me. That always pisses me off when I see these jagoffs, like these rich people that are always like, oh, did you see, like, check out my collection. I'm like, man, fuck you, you friggin' pretentious cocksucker. Oh, I can afford this. Man, fuck you. Wish we could all afford that shit, but it usually ends up in trust fund kids' collections. I think I've only seen a few people that were nice enough to donate it, like I think recently with that, Olivia Newton-John getting her jacket back from Greece because some rich benefactor bought it and decided that it would be better in her care than end up in some asshole's collection, which is pretty much true. People can deny it all they want, but I think that a lot of those props either belong, A, with the actor who popularized, especially being that old, or it belongs in a fucking... I know, it sounds kind of cliche, like some fucking Indiana Jones shit. It belongs in a museum. Because I think when something sets in somebody's collection for that many years, it's absolutely fucking disgusting. It disgusts the living shit out of me. Because these people get to keep it in their private collections, and it doesn't get shared with the rest of the world. Like, you won't even see half these props or whatever pop up for a long time. Usually it takes the length of time it takes for that rich person to sell it to another rich person, or it doesn't get seen for about 30 or so years until until that person dies or something. You know, that type of shit.
This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
And I think that disgusts me. It does.
Look after yourself, Manager.
Kiss the end of me barrel, you son of a bitch. Riding around in my automobile. Fuck those cans. It belongs in a museum. A museum. What's up here? Anything? Oh, come on. I didn't drive into that rock. This car is supposed to be a fucking SUV Land Rover or something. I can't even get up a fucking hill. Definitely not doing anybody any favors if they put any promoting or marketing in this game, since the fucking thing drives like ass. We got ourselves a conundrum. Take that. Alan never backs down. I shot him 6 times. 6 times, and he didn't even budge. I hoped that hell... What's it? I hoped that he would burn in hell, but I knew that hell would not have him. Oh, flares. Breaking character for a second to get those flares. Oof. Auf Wiedersehen. I could move my keyboard. I don't have a good setup here. I might even be playing at a desk.
What the hell?
Is that it? I think that's it. Whoop, try not to fall through the slats there. What? You better get down there, you son of an unruly bitch. Ah, yeah, that was so satisfying because it almost killed me. Ooh, hat trick. Oh, the fucking fridge. The fucking fridge. Barrels. Oof. I got my mind set on me. Whoop. Ooh. Alan, you're going down to the water. The waterfront, Alan. Early in the morning, falling off a bridge. Do-do-do-do-do-do. We gotta start back here again? Oh, come on. Ugh. Oh, my ass hurts. I don't want to fight. You know, fuck this. We're running through this. We're not fighting barrels. We're not fighting any of that shit. Just get going. Okay, come on, Alan. Quit dancing. No, don't run towards it, Alan. Fuck the barrels. Wait, this thing's attacking me? Oh, it's attacking me and it's taking me down to the waterfront. Oh, I'm screaming inside. I'm screaming. God, I'm half crying, half laughing. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not crying. I just want to get through this. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get across this bridge at least in one piece this time. Let's go. Take that. Oh, you sack of shit. Ow, everything's a sack of shit in this game. You would hit me. It's a fucking tire. I guess we're gonna have to fight it, because if we don't, we're gonna end up getting fucked.
What the hell?
Okay, that's what we stepped on last time, and it didn't end well for us, so we're gonna kind of, oh, you know, don't do that to me, Alan. You're scaring me a bit, because I don't want to go back to the beginning. Ah, you sack of shit. It's not even a jump scare, it's just fucking nerves and anxiety. Oh, we know you're coming for us, Fridge. I can feel it. Oh! Almost forgot a tire. Using a lot of batteries to get through here, that's for damn sure. Well, let's battle this kooky-ass truck. They call that the heavy-duty flashlight. My ass holds less of a charge. It's got a bigger fucking... Okay. We did it. Just whipped a bunch of flashbangs at it. It's good. Checkpoint reached. I like that. As long as I'm going to start back at the beginning of the bridge, I'm fucking perfectly happy. Hello. Is that Alana?